Hi guys, welcome to the Decorators Growth Club. So there's Trevor in the background. There you go. Right, all this is we were obviously the Painting and Decorating show last week. I was asked to do some Build a Better Business seminars, and one of the seminars was obviously I suppose like a 10-point plan for 2023, which is geared around a lot of stuff that we're doing obviously in the pro members section. I touched on it. It's good. I didn't intend obviously filming it. That wasn't the case. I didn't realize that Rihanna was sat in the audience and she filmed it. She just filmed it on her phone. Okay, it's nothing spectacular, but there's a lot of serious home truths. You can see we had about 60 people stood around, which was a bit of a buzz, to be honest with you. And it was great because every time I dropped something in there of a problem, and then obviously a solution that we've obviously found over the years that we've worked through, you could just see everybody kind of nodding like, yep, get that, that's me, and yep, that sounds good. I like the idea of that. So the point is, I thought it'd be really good to get Rihanna to kind of put the two videos together, do a bit of an intro, which I'm doing now, and it gives you an indication of, I suppose, quite a lot of what we're actually covering already within the Growth Club Pro Member section. So if any of it, I mean, literally any of it resonates with you, then you know what you need to be doing. You need to be kind of not coming away from the free group, but really stepping up and getting involved in the Pro Member section. The quality is completely different, obviously, because the information and everything else that we do is a whole different level. Trevor's been here now for 2 days. This is his third day. I've been spending a lot of time with Trevor. Reason being, he's been through the mentor program. He stepped up last week, gave us 3 days of his time to come and help at the show. So, the way I look at it, I'm giving him 3 days of my time. What we're doing is working on his organic strategy and also a very, very powerful Facebook group strategy, something that I'm building, and it's something that we'll talk about moving forward, probably starting next year in obviously the Pro Member section. I think Liam was here earlier, which is my son. He runs the KPN network. He uses this group strategy that we've built and we're still always honing. And he reckons he gets something, I think it was like 16 inquiries a month. And they only need four jobs out of that 16. And that is purely through the Facebook group strategy. Trevor, we've spoken about this before, and Trevor's like, it doesn't really work for me. We started on day one. And he's like, I can't see this working. By the end of the first day, he was like, shit, man, this is pretty intense. And then yesterday, I think his head was fried. And by the close of it, it was starting to make sense. And then today, we're going to put the final touches and make sure that it's all tickety-boo. So guys, watch the video. If anything resonates with you, reach out, have a chat if you want, jump in the Pro Members and seriously get involved. So enjoy the video, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Cheers.
You don't like something, you will try everything in your power to do something else that you actually really do like. So technically, you'll rather stay out of the office and not focus on the business, and you'd rather be on site doing the day-to-day. So what we're going to do is we're going to try and just look at a small business plan, like a 10-step process of what you could do to start getting things working better. Set some goals, okay, and grow your business. 2023 is going to look like a very funny year. It's not going to look like this year. This year's been very good. We've come out of Christmas. Everybody's been busy. We're on that COVID hype. Now we've got an economy that's just looking a bit foobar, to say the least. So what we're going to do is we've got to figure out how we're going to get there. We need to have a plan. If you haven't got a plan, you're just going to meander and bounce all over the place. So we've got to build a plan, and we've got to have a roadmap, and then we need to find a way of being able to execute it. So build a plan for the 12 months, put it on a plan that can be followed, and then step by step actually start to do it. So this is a 10-step plan that we do. This is something that we do within the Growth Club. This runs for a whole 12 months, and it just works. Okay. You need to be organised. If you're organised, okay, everything's going to fall into place. You're not going to feel overwhelmed. You're not going to be dropping plates, okay? You won't be laying clients down, and your quotes and the invoices and your cash flow starts to work. Tell your customers on a Monday morning that you're not going to be there till 10 o'clock. Take the 2 hours between 8 and 10 to get organised. Make all your phone calls, do all your ordering. Just Get organized, plan for the week. Make sure that you do as much as you can in that first 2 hours. Don't do it at the weekend, Monday, all right? The weekends are your time, all right? That's family time, whatever it is. But what you've got to do is, on a Monday morning, spend 2 hours and get that shit sorted. Because when you go into work at 10 o'clock, you're on it, and you're going to be more productive. The client's going to be happier. Just because you think the client wants you there at 8 o'clock, that's on you, not her. If you told her it was 10 o'clock, she wouldn't care. It doesn't make any odds. So actually making sure that you get organized on that Monday morning is paramount. What you want to do is you want to try really hard to stop being organized on pen and paper, and you want to start using the tech. So what you want to do is you want to make sure that most of the stuff is on your phone, okay? Because you're going to lose the pen, you're going to lose the pad, but you're never going to lose your phone. And you want everything. Then you want that phone linked to your iPad, linked to your Mac, your computer, whatever it is. You want to start running an efficient business, you need to be using the technology, because it's always going to be there. And it will work far better than you will, I'll tell you that. I think the first thing you've got to do next year is focus on getting the right clients. Okay? And one of the things that we find is that we're dealing with too many tie kickers, bad payers, the snaggers from hell, those that you have to keep going back and putting right and putting right and putting right. Friggin' hate those people. Stop working for anyone, okay? Just stop. Just because you got an yeah, there you go. Just because you get an inquiry does not mean that you've got to work for that customer. Put them through a filter. Work out if that customer is right for you. You need to charge more, but that's easier said. You can't just literally throw money at it. You need to offer more value. You need to be getting more premier jobs, but you need to be consistent with your marketing, and we'll talk about marketing in a sec. One of the things that we're working on this month in the Growth Club, one of the things we're working on is what we're calling maximising what's working well. So what we've done is we've got the team, all the guys, to look at all the jobs they've done this year. How many jobs they quoted, how many jobs they accepted, and there's a lot of information that we take from that, because if we can work out what customers work well and what actually work well from a money perspective, does it not make sense to do more of that? So find those customers that are working well and do more with them. Find a way to get your clients to sell for you. Think about getting the clients to refer you, to leave reviews, and even get your clients to, get you back for more jobs in that. I mean, every house has got multiple rooms. Having that conversation with a customer is really, really powerful. Take control of word of mouth. Does most of your work at the moment come from word of mouth? Control it. Because you don't always want those customers. Like I say, you're getting certain customers that just don't fit your business. So get rid of them. Stress levels. There's a few things here that we found that we've had to implement to actually reduce that stress. I had 12 inches of my bowel removed when I was in my 30s, purely down to stress. I laid everybody off, changed my business, and we worked very differently. We found the optimum number for our business was 4. It was very profitable. We spray everything, so we're very, very busy with the sprayers. One of the things that I believe, and it's kind of been my mantra since we started down this road, is we need to raise the respect before we can raise the rate. So our game needs to step up all the time. Each year, our quality needs to go. The easiest way to make money is to charge more. The easiest way to charge more is get better clients. If you've got a postcode pricing, so if you're working for a customer that was in a 3-bed house, great, you've got one price. But when that suddenly changes to a 5-bed house, their level of quality, okay, is matched by their pricing. Their car is better. They are prepared to spend more on their home than someone else that's down. But you need to bring those levels up so that those levels fit that client. You need to be in control, okay? When you're in control, you're powerful. When you're powerful, your prices reflect, your marketing reflects. When you feel shit and you feel under the cosh and you're not getting the right work, you're dealing with the wrong clients, that just comes across. Everything comes across as a downside, a slight negative element, and that comes across everything. When you're feeling good, you naturally charge more. You always do. For us, the Growth Club is about working alongside like-minded businesses, and we're trying to share problems. My problem or someone else's problem is far better when it can actually bounce around you guys. If you two ask a question to each other, at least you've got half a chance of coming up with a solution between you. But when you're on your own, you're just like, am I doing it wrong? Am I doing it right? Am I doing it wrong? And you're second guessing yourself all the time. You just need some good people next to you that turn around and go, mate, you're on the right track. That's a bloody good price. I'd have that all day long. Really? Yeah, like-minded people. Just keep like-minded people. A problem shared is a problem halved. Excellent. Face bombing me on photo. How cool is that? Okay. Day rate. Who works on day rate? Yes, we do. Sorry. We all work on day rate. Because everybody prices in the same way at the moment. What we do is say, right, okay, 10 days, I'm going to charge 200 quid. That's £2,000. So yes, but if we can work that out, so can your customers. So suddenly if you start finishing a job 2 days early, she's going to be thinking, hang on a minute, I'm paying 400 quid here. We've got to stop using the day rate. We've got to stop thinking there's a golden number. That golden number for our industry is between 150 and 250. And we think if we're in that number, we're cool, everything's fine. It's not, because your expenditure, your rent, your mortgage, your cost of living, the car you drive, the customer, all that changes. So your number at 150 or 250 has no bearing on anybody else in the room. So getting your pricing right is really, really important. We found ways of earning more, not charging more. We find that by using the spray systems and everything else that we do, we take a job that is a 10-day job and we would finish it in maybe 6 days. We earn more, we don't charge more. And we don't we don't justify ourselves to the customer. We don't give a quote, breaking it down, ceilings, walls, this much for material. The material's my business, it's part of my business. I don't go out for a meal and say, look, hang on a minute, before I order the steak, can we just have a little bit of a breakdown? How much did the steak actually cost? It doesn't work. There's no other industry that does that, but we do. And we feel that we have to justify to the customer as to why we're doing the price. It's quite simple, all right? They are paying for the result, not the process. They are paying for the result. And that's it. All the customers should be giving you is quite simply the colour. That's it. Everything else is down to you. You control the business. It's your business. You should be in control of that. Sales. I mean, no decorator has a sales department. They don't get it. You need to be wearing a sales hat. You need to be wearing a marketing hat. But sales are really, really important. What we do is we reward the clients. If we get a referral of a customer, we send an Amazon voucher. Even if that job doesn't go ahead, we still send the voucher. The job didn't go ahead because of something we did, not what the client did. So they should be rewarded irrespective. All right, maybe send them a 50 quid voucher, but then if the job does go ahead, maybe send them a 100 quid voucher. So play it as you want, but reward them. And when that happens, it becomes ethical. And what they do is go, that was really nice of you. You didn't have to do that. I do appreciate that. And do you know what? I'm going to work a little bit harder to make sure that you get more work. Not because they're going to keep getting rewards for it, but because they actually feel that they want to do that for you. I had someone talking earlier about the fact that you're working with certain customers, they're just not getting paid on time. And this is the biggest problem we have. So the stress levels that come with our business is the fact that we're always back end. We have to do the job, we have to justify the job, and then we have to chase the money to get the job paid. We found out a few years ago a way that we could get paid within 24 hours of invoicing. And I'm talking some big companies that had between 30 and 60 days payment terms. That was what they wanted to do. What we did was we offered what we call a PPP, Prompt Payment Plan. So what we did was we know what the numbers are, okay? We know what the job is worth because we know our numbers. We know that golden number, let's say. And what we do is we give them a discount. It's what we call a give and get. I'll give you a discount if I get paid in 24 hours. What I've done is I've not discounted. I haven't said to a customer, oh, do you know what? I've got so much money in this job that I could afford to drop it. What I've said is, I'll tell you what, I want something in return. If you give me this, okay? If I give you this, I get something in return. So what we did was we gave them an incentive, which was a discount. So we would, let's say, give them 20% discount. And we said that 20% discount is the fact that what happens is you pay 24 hours on receipt of invoice. And it's brilliant, they do, but then they don't. Do you know what I mean? You get to the end and you get a little bit lapse and it's 1 day, 2 day. It's no problem. We just send them an email saying, if you don't pay within the next 24 hours, we will send you the invoice for the discount amount that we agreed for the prompt payment plan because you've welched on your idea, your part of the bargain. And do you know what? They pay every single time. So if you want to control your cash flow, take the big jobs, but some of the other jobs, maybe just offer a prompt payment plan. When you know your numbers, you know what you can negotiate with. The easiest way to make money is called efficiency. Do you know what the biggest loss of time that you guys do within our industry? Hoovering shit up. Constantly hoovering up your shit. You know, every day you finish work, when you work with, let's say, a residential customer, what you do is you hoover, you tidy, you fold up all the dust sheets, you put everything away, and you do that every single time. Then in the morning, you start again. You're adding at least 30 to 45 minutes per day on that. Why don't you just say to the customer, when I finish, I'll leave everything tidy, okay? But this is my working area. From Monday to Friday, this is my working area. If you want me to hoover and tidy everything else up additionally, it's not a problem, but it's going to be an extra 30 minutes per day at a cost. Efficiency in your business is quite simple. The easiest way to make money is not do something. Just then, I stopped doing that extra work, okay? I clarified it with the customer. I'm now making more money. If you can remove a process, okay, efficiency is to remove a process without the detriment to the end result. So therefore, you guys sand too much, you hoover too much. We've just found ways of removing everything. Test your systems, know your shit. Here's one for you. I'm here for 5 days, so the payment lasts for 5 years. It's something we use all the time with the customer. In other words, you're paying for our experience. We don't let the customer get involved in the paint choice for that reason. Okay? If you want that paint to last for 5 years, because the only time I want to go back and see a customer, it's not frigging snagging, it's not repairs, it's another job. And what I don't want to do is if I have to go back and repair something, every little bit of profit that I made on that job, I just eat into. So you choosing the right paint and explaining to the customer why you choose the right paint is because you're here for 5 days, so the paint lasts for 5 years. Step 8, staff. Dear God, don't. Staff, decorators are a needy bunch. We're just a very, very needy bunch. Trying to get the right staff is hard work. We don't have a training program. One of the things I remember someone asking me about, saying, look, we can't get the youth of today, they don't get it. I mean, you say it to the young ones, my dad said it to me, it's never going to change. But when we take on a new member of staff, the first thing we do is, for the first week, is he takes every single thing out of the van and he cleans it. I mean, absolutely cleans it. And then he puts it back and he does it all again tomorrow and the day after and the day after. Because I know that when I want to go get shit out of the van, I go walking. It takes me ages to get to the van. I get to the van, it takes me ages to find what I wanted. I finally find what I want and it's not clean. So now that guy is worth his weight in gold. Because when I turn around and say, here, Steve, could you go get me your set of filling knives? Wash, done, back, clean, ready to go. And he puts it back in the right place. So when you start building a training program for your staff, it becomes really powerful. But we don't do it. We don't have a plan that says, look, for the first week, you're going to do this. For the first month, you're going to do that. For the first quarter, 6 months, 12 months, this is what it looks like. Training staff is really hard. But how do you get the right staff? Well, it's easy. But all we do is we put a post up on social media. Need a fella, has to have a van, don't want muck to back, and that's it. That's how we hire staff. We put something so blatantly stupid, yet we'll spend so much time and money marketing to our customers, to get customers, yet we need good staff to service those customers, yet we don't have. You should be actually running, if you want staff, you should be running an actual recruitment program through your marketing that is even stronger and more powerful than you do for your customers, because you need those staff to work for you. Getting them qualified is important. I believe that our biggest problem with the industry is we've got no regulation. I don't know how many people in this room literally are decorators because they've got brush rollers and everything else. It's a case of how do you actually take control. Other trades, they've got legislation, they've got qualification. We need to do it ourselves. It's our obligation. We do City and Guilds. You know, we teach with City and Guilds. We market the shit out of City and Guilds. Why? It puts me in front of my competitor. That's it. I can charge more. I'm City and Guilds. I'm qualified. We can charge more for that reason. And the last one, exit plan. I don't know a decorator in this room that actually has an exit plan, but all business owners have exit plans. Don't get me wrong, I truly believe that in this hall is probably some fantastic decorators. I mean, absolutely blinding decorators. And maybe those decorators should work for another firm so they don't have all that heart-aching issue. Because there's only two ways of doing this. You either are a decorator and a bloody good decorator, or you're a decorating business. And to be a decorating business, you have to wear so many hats and you have to get the business right. I have screwed up so many times. I have got it wrong so many times. The stuff that we bring to the table as a collective through the Grove Club is exactly that. And it's not just my cock-ups, it's Dermot's cock-ups. Trevor does quite a few, to be fair. So, you know, the guys are there because all the mistakes they do, it's like, look, I won't do that. Hey, I'm just saying, this is what happened, but this is what the solution was. And the strength of the Grove Club is the fact that when someone brings a problem, and we do this all the time, if someone's got a problem, we work as a collective. It's not my solution, it's our solution. I have my own opinion of how to get over it, but sometimes you need someone else's perspective. Get an exit plan, build an exit plan. You should build a business that you can actually sell. It doesn't mean that you have to sell it, but you need something that is, in an element, you need to remove key person dependency. Because when you're not working in the business, shit don't happen. But you need to be in a position where that hamster wheel that you're on constantly running around, you need to be able to step off and give it a little flick. And it carries on going. What you really want is you want someone else stood there flicking it so you can get on with other shit. Remove yourself from the business by systemizing the business and just starting to put procedures in place. We go right back to the beginning. He's got a phone. Use the technology. Use the technology. Find a way to remove yourself as key person dependency. Make a business that is sellable so that if someone came in, they could do A, B, C, D, E, and actually make money with it. Guys, the Grove Club is what we do. Okay, there's two elements. So it's run on Facebook. One of them is a free part. You just join. We talk like now, probably a load of shit, but some of it resonates. And I know that most of you guys, but yeah, all right, there's something today that resonates. That's me. I make those mistakes. Join the free group. But if you want the core stuff and you want to be included within the group, it's quite simple. It's what we call a pro members. 25 quid a month. Get involved. Don't get involved. It's your business. But there's nowhere else out there at the moment that actually focuses purely and utterly on decorators from a business perspective. We cover everything: pricing, marketing. We've got 3 of the guys here that have been through our mentor program. Their business is completely different because of it. Get involved.